So you're getting a lot of playing time lately, I guess. Take us through this season and just what it's taken to get on the field as much as you have.
It's just working throughout the year. I get to get here and kind of earn my reputation and work hard and play hard and make the players respect me and the coaches respect me. And it's not all me. I just been put in the right positions, made good plays, and just kind of worked out in my favor, thanks to the Lord. And the coaches put me in the right positions, coaching me well, teaching me how to do this. I learned a lot this year. Definitely big improvements from when I first got here to now. And, it's just been working out good.
Where do you think you've improved the most?
I've improved a lot in play recognition, just deciding to run, pass, and using my hands, better footwork, especially probably footwork's probably my most improved aspect.
What do you think was the breakthrough moment for you to maybe prove to the coaches you deserve to be on the field?
To be honest, I don't know. I show up and I play football, I have fun, and I thank the Lord for the day. And, yeah.
Coach Shell was very complimentary of you yesterday at his press conference. He said that he had kind of told the defensive staff, if you don't start playing this guy, we're going to make him a tight end because he needs to be on the field. I guess, to hear praise from your head coach, that the way that you've approached trying to get playing time, I guess, what does that mean to you?
It means a lot to me. That's pretty cool, especially coming from the head coach. But there's always more work to be done. There's more stuff coming, more teams coming, more seasons coming. I'm just ready to keep working and keep going.
Well, what got you to come over here to Nevada? You were at Butte, which
yes,
not too
sir.
far away.
That's not too far away, yeah.
What was your in here to get with the Wolfpack?
I love the coaching staff, man. I got here, and as soon as I got here, I love their blue collar mentality. Just go to work, strap up your boots, and go to work. And I like the area. It's close to home. The mountains are right there. I can go out, fish, hunt, do whatever I want in 30 minutes, and I like it.
Was there a coach on staff who had heard of you, or was somebody at Butte kind of put in a good word for you?
I think my coach at Butte put in a good word for me, and then Coach Ione came down to Butte, and I met with him, and then came up here the next weekend and took a visit. So yeah.
For a defensive lineman, you're not the biggest guy. I guess what allows you to be so productive as we've seen so far?
Well, I've always been told I've been too small, so it's kind of played a chip on my shoulder, and just try and play with that chip on my shoulder and aggression, and just play as hard as I possibly can.
Obviously, a big game coming up here against UNLV. This will be your first time in a Fremont Cannon game. I guess what have you been told from the guys on the team who have experienced this, or the staff, about how important this game is?
It's important. Every day, Coach has been having us meet with some alumni or something. They get us fired up before practice, talking about some UNLV stuff. So I'm excited. I cannot wait.
What's kind of been the main message you're taking away from them?
I don't know if I can say it.
Just that UNLV's a team that...
Yeah, we don't like them. That's what I'll say.
Okay.
Yeah.
When you look at UNLV's offense, obviously it's been pretty prolific. I guess what are going to be the biggest challenges in slowing them down?
To be honest, I think we'll be fine if everybody does their job, they do their job each play. I think we're going to play just fine. I think we've proven that we can. It's just we got to show up and we got to do it again one more time.
Top 10 rushing attack in the nation. I guess what stands out about their backs, or maybe their offensive line, that are paving the way?
They're good at cutbacks. I think they run this way and then cut back on the open side and cut back. They're a good team, and I think it's gonna be a fun game, even game. Yeah.
The Fremont Cannon itself, the trophy that's usually in this building. I guess what have you heard about it? What do you know about it?
I heard it needs to be blue. That's what I heard.
Awesome. What does it mean to you just to be able to play FBS football?
It's so awesome. It's always been my dream, and it's kind of surreal that I'm here doing that right now. And I just need to take advantage of it, enjoying every moment. That's what I've been trying to do.
Yeah, obviously getting a fumble against Ashton Shanty. I guess where does that rank among your, career accomplishments?
That was pretty cool, but that just happened to work out. I didn't do nothing special on that play. I just happened to punch it out. All thanks to God that happened, but that was pretty fun though.
UNLV is a ranked team, but you guys have played ranked teams. Obviously, SMU's in the rankings. Boise State was when you played them. I guess how much confidence do you guys have know that if you go out there and you play your game, you can make it a game in the fourth quarter?
A lot of confidence. I think everybody here is really confident coming to this game. I think they're not going to think we're that good, and I think we're going to shock some people.
Obviously, your last game as a group, there's not going to be a bowl or a postseason game. So I guess how much are you going to enjoy just going out there, for last time as a 2024 Wolfpack?
100% a lot. I think this is kind of like our season bowl game. I think everybody's going to go out there and just give everything they have, for their brothers and for their teammates, for their coaches. All the work we've done is going to come down in this game.
You were named a captain for one of the games. I forget which one it was. It might have been the Boise State one.
I think it was a Colorado State.
What do you think it was about, how you approached the game that made you get that honor?
I don't know. I'm not good at give myself praise. I think I just showed up and I practiced hard and worked hard. I think that's what it was.
UNLV game, I guess, what does that mean to you?
For me, I'm just treating it like any other game, so just keep my head right, prepare like I've been preparing all season. So just another game for me.
What about in terms of for the community and, what the Fremont Cannon coming back to Reno might mean to the Wolfpack fan base?
Yeah, it means a lot to the fan base and to coaches, staff, and players on the team. So the team knows how much it means to get that cannon back, and we're going to do our best to get it back.
You've played in this game. I guess, what are you guys trying to tell the older guys, trying to tell the younger guys about, playing UNLV and the rivalry within the state?
I don't know the answer to that question.
When you look at UNLV's defense, I mean, number one in the Mountain West in terms of like drive kills, in terms of not allowing points. What stands out about why they've been so strong?
Just the defense that they run, to very, very confusing on the offense just to tell what they'll be able to be in. And it's a good defense. They got a lot of guys spread across the field covering everything that a lot of teams run, and they don't like to get beat deep, and they have very physical players. So I think that's why their defense is pretty good.
Pretty similar to what you guys faced last year?
Yeah, I would think so. Maybe a little better.
And you moved the ball pretty well against them last season. I think you had almost like 400 yards of total offense. I guess, what do you look back at that game? Do you see things that you did in that game that you think you guys can do in this game?
Yeah, I look back at that game, and I think myself personally can just build off that and just be able to knowing I can run the ball pretty efficiently against them, and just building off the pass game and having Coach Luby, Coach Gilby, and Coach Cho just build off what we did last year and just make it even better.
When you look at what they're playing for, potentially a spot in the Mountain West Championship game in the college football playoffs, I mean, you guys looking to play spoiler, kind of ruin the end of their season? Would that feel good?
Yeah. That's what some coaches emphasizing. We have opportunity to ruin their season and have a chance to knock them out of the Mountain West Championship. So that's really kind of a big deal for us, and that's what we're looking to do.
Coach Lubick was named to the Broyles Award nomination list, so one of the top assistant coaches in the college football ranks. I guess, what has he meant to your game and to your development?
I feel like he's a huge part, really a main part of the reason why I've been able to play a little better this season, because he's just so smart, and he's been coaching a really long time, so he has experience, and he's coached a variety of different kind of guys. So I feel like just his experience and his knowledge that he brings to the game, I've been able to feed off him and just pick his brain a lot, and he's a big reason why. Like I said, I've been able to play pretty well, and just his story too has just really motivated me to just keep going no matter what happens. Like, he's going through a lot, he's literally fighting for his life. So I just feel like that's really motivational for not only myself but for the team. So it just really helps a lot.
Would you say it's more like the play calling that you feel like has gotten the best out of you, or the technical stuff, or the game prep that he's helped you with?
Just pretty much the play calling, and then just the preparation, and just me and him just picking each other's brain throughout the week, seeing what we like against the defense and what we don't like, and just being on the same page. And I think that's the biggest part, just if me and him are on the same page, and we can move pretty efficiently with the offense.
If you had to pinpoint like one thing you feel like you've improved the most at this season, what would that be?
Probably getting the ball out, knowing where to go with the ball.
Yeah. Your offense, I guess, what do you guys have to do in this game to be able to beat UNLV?
We got to score points. We got to finish in the red zone, which we didn't do last week. But we've been pretty well in the season, so we just got to pick back up and just finish in the red zone, keep the chains moving, make sure the defense is on the field as less as possible, and just make plays. Playmakers have to make plays this game. You
guys have kind of had to evolve the offense. Obviously, you're running for a ton of yards like the first 2 months, and then you got a bunch of guys banged up at running back. I guess, how has that evolution been for you? I mean, especially against Air Force, seemed like you guys threw it a little bit more and had some success there.
Yeah, like you said, the running back room's pretty banged up, so that means that we got to throw the ball more, and then I got to run the ball a little bit more. So that's just the biggest thing when guys in that room go down. It's just more on my plate, which I'm not running from at all.
How's your body been holding up? Obviously, you're taking a ton of carries for this team.
I actually feel like it's holding up a lot better than it did last year. I got hurt pretty much a lot last year. I was playing hurt pretty much every game. This year, I feel like I've been getting protected more, and I've still been taking hits, and that just goes with. I feel like I've taken less hits, and my body feels better than what it did last year for sure.
Obviously, you guys are playing for a Fremont Cannon. I guess as the quarterback of this team going down to Vegas and being able to roll that off the field and back to Reno, what would that moment mean to you?
It'd be really cool just to see it blue again.
What did it feel like to get as many carries as you were able to get against Air Force?
It felt good. It's been a long season, 12 games so far before we played Air Force. I wasn't seeing much playing time, but I never let that deter me. And so it was a very good feeling to hear my number called and get a chance to showcase my skills in front of everybody.
How long do you feel like you've been waiting for that? Obviously, you knew when you came here it was a really good running back room.
For sure, yeah. I knew it was a stacked room. I haven't really got much playing time at the running back position since JUCO, so roughly about 2 years since I got a handoff, so it felt very well to see my number called.
Was there some rust to knock off in that game, given that situation? Or you feel like you get sharp?
I felt like I hit the ground running because I get a lot of good reps in practice and a good look against our starting defense all the time, so I felt ready to go.
What was the biggest reason you wanted to come to Nevada, knowing that room was sitting there and there was going to be a lot of competition?
Coach Lynch. I was with Coach Lynch in Syracuse, and I love the way he coaches. I feel like he's a good mentor for young men, and I wanted to follow him here and be a part of the program.
What was his sales pitch to you then after you took the Wolfpack job?
I got a spot for you on my roster, and we could use you in our offense. Yeah.
How do you feel like you fit in? How do you like Northern Nevada and the campus out here?
Oh, I'm loving it. I'm a West Coast boy. I'm from California. Been there my whole life. So being on the East Coast for a little bit and then coming back home to the West Coast is a good feeling, and that's the main reason why I chose Nevada, close to home.
As we mentioned, a lot of good running backs. I guess what do you feel like you bring the room that maybe others don't have, or that you can complement them?
I feel like I complement everybody. Everybody in the room does something very well, and I feel like my strong suits. I feel like I do everything pretty well myself, I would say, but I feel like I complement everybody else in the group. Like we have some hard runners, we have some people that can make some people miss, all around a good group.
Obviously, the Air Force game, another close loss, now 6 one-possession defeats. I guess how are you guys keeping your spirits up? How are you guys, kind of navigating playing well, but not coming out with the victory at the end?
Oh, just staying determined during practice. Just putting the week behind us and then moving on to the next week. Kind of not just worrying about the past and focusing on building a new program, the new Nevada, what we're looking to build.
Seeing a little bit of practice today, it seems like the spirit's really high. I guess how would you guys describe the energy coming into this UNLV?
Oh, yeah, the spirits are very high, especially since it's we have a rivalry week this week against UNLV, probably our biggest game, we could say, emotion-wise. So kind of just letting that all hang out at practice this week, every day of the week, so we could prepare for the game.
Obviously, this will be the first time you play in the Fremont Cannon game. I guess what have the veterans or the coaches or maybe alums told you about how important this game is to people?
Yeah, we had a few veterans and alums come in and talk to us, and they kind of just described kind of the energy that they felt when they played UNLV in the past, and kind of how big it was for them played in their careers when they were at Nevada, and kind of just trying to implement that to us and then keep our minds in a place where we're ready to go and compete, put on a good performance against our rivals.
Obviously, they're playing for a lot of spot in the Mountain West Championship game, maybe college football playoff berth. I mean, what would it feel like to be able to wipe that away? That would
be a great feeling to kick them out of their championship game. So that's like our main motivation this week, is kind of disrupt their season and let them know that we're the University of Nevada, not them.
Biggest rivalry game you've played in, I guess what kind of pops into your mind?
Just ready to play on the big stage. I just feel like the rivalry games always have a little extra on them. So just being a part of that, like I said, this being my first one, just ready to perform.
UNLV is known for having a really good defense. I mean, number 1 in the Mountain West in kill rate, not allowing other teams to score on possessions. I guess what stands out about why they've been so successful, and what are you guys going to have to do to pierce that?
They have a lot of veteran players on the team. I believe they have 9 seniors on the defense, so that's a big reason why they're a good team on defense. But for us as an offense, we have a good game plan. Our offensive coordinator's put a good game plan for us. It's just going out and executing what he put together, and I feel like we could get the upset.
Fremont Cannon usually sits in this building when Nevada has it. You looked at pictures of it? I know it hasn't been here since you've gotten here.
Yeah, I've seen a few pictures of it, and I like to bring it back home here. Paint it blue.
Coach Lubick was named to the Broyles Award nomination list as one of the top assistant coaches in the nation. What's he meant to the offensive group, both from a play calling standpoint, from an inspirational standpoint?
Huge, because Coach Lubick takes the game. He's huge on the game of football, and you can see that he takes his job serious. He's the first one in the building, one of the last ones to leave, and that's huge, especially what he's going on battling off the field with his leukemia. It's very huge. So just seeing how motivated he is and how he takes the game really wears off on the team, and then that's why we're able to bring the energy we do.
You guys don't have the record that you wanted, but what do you think beating UNLV would kind of do for how you feel about this season as a team if you're able to accomplish it?
Yeah, so if we're able to get this win, I feel like that'll kickstart next season and put us in a lot better headspace as a team, and just give us the momentum we need to get a fresh start and really start our new Nevada.
Obviously, they're ranked, but you guys have played some ranked teams, Boise State, SMU in the top 15, and you battled both of them. I mean, how much confidence do you guys have just knowing you've come so close to some really good opponents?
Very confident, because just because you're ranked doesn't mean we can't play with you. And I feel like that's what we take that approach every week. It doesn't matter the rank of the team. It's just about preparing the best you can, giving all you can when you go out there on Saturday.
Playing UNLV, what does this game mean to you?
I think it means everything for this university. This week, Coach Ho has been talking a lot about the history of the program and what this game really means. So I think him doing that has really helped with us understanding the hatred.
You played in the game. A lot of the guys on the roster maybe haven't. I guess, are you trying to tell them about what it's like to take the field against the Rebels and play for that Fremont Cannon?
I really been trying to show everybody on the field like what it means, because like I said, Coach Ho been trying to show us what the rivalry meant, and then part of that was him putting the red decals on the freshman helmet. So I've been showing them, letting them know like this is really what it means, and trying to have that same mentality every snap.
Is that the first time you guys have put the opponent decal on the helmet?
Yeah, it is. It's a nice touch though. I like it.
So what are you doing when you see those UNLV helmets?
I just think of it as they pointed across from us, honestly.
You've played both here in Reno and there in Las Vegas. Haven't won it yet, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm.
What do you remember about that game 2 years ago and how close you guys were to getting that win?
Man, I just remember how hurt I was walking off the field, seeing them take the cannon over to the sideline or wherever you walk in at, and they just started painting and going to town on it. So it's a lot of memories that are not good ones that I got with that game. So
What do you feel like? I'd feel like to wheel it off onto your side then and bring it home. But
yeah, that would feel lovely. I'd probably top off the season for me if I was able to get that.
Yeah, it seems like a lot to play for still. I mean, obviously no bowl, no Mountain West Championship game, but this game, like is huge. I mean, it seems like the spirit out there, at least watching practice a little bit today, is still pretty high with these guys.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yeah, we like Coach said, it's a one-game season, so we've been trying to have that mentality that we got to win this one game. Trying to do everything we need to have the same intensity, or even more intensity than we usually have. So.
They're going to be fired up. They're playing for a spot in the Mountain West Championship game. So I guess what do you expect to see from them in terms of their emotions and their effort?
Yeah, I don't think it means as much to them as it means to us, but I know they're going to come out there with a lot of fight, and we got the intentions to take it out of them, honestly.
You think the cannon means more to Reno than Las Vegas?
It means way more, honestly. I don't think they even really understand what it means to have the cannon. Like Mike Rockwood, he came and talked to us a while. He told us how Mike Rockwood and Matt Clafton, they came and talked to us and let us know that how they disrespected it and how they really treat and feel about the cannon. So.
They've got a really good defense you guys are going up against. What stands out about that group?
I really like the energy they play with. They got a juiced up front seven, but other than that, I haven't really seen anything. They're human just like us. So.
You guys started the season running the ball really well, and it seems like you've had to throw it a little bit more once these backs got banged up. I guess how has the offense had to evolve over the season to be effective?
Like you said, we got trying to be multifaceted. Like you said, we lost a good amount of key players that we needed to be able to run the ball effectively. But I think B. Lou and everybody else, Tez, Smitty, they did a good job. Marcus, a good job of adjusting and being able to adapt and be able to step up when their name is called.
Playing in an NFL stadium, it's a pretty cool opportunity. You've done it before. Right. I guess what's that like to go playing home with the Raiders?
It was fun. I remember my freshman year. It was the environment was like really electric. You can compare it to like even one of the bigger schools in the Power 5 or Power 4 now. But yeah, it's gonna be a fun game. It's gonna be crazy energy to be in. So.
Your guys' coordinator, Matt Lubick, was named to the Broyles Award nomination list, top assistant coach in college football. I guess what's he meant to your group, both from a play calling standpoint and an inspirational standpoint?
Yeah, Coach Lubick, he always brings us a lot of gems, usually on Fridays and stuff. He always lets us know how to have the right mindset, and that's the mindset of having gratitude. He always he calls it the attitude of gratitude, and we do it every time we get together as a unit. And we talk about just having being grateful for the position you were in.
I'm sure you guys are fed up with these close losses. I guess what's it going to take to flip that around and have a close win or maybe even more on Saturday?
Just cleaning up the mistakes and mental errors, really. I feel like that's been like the theme of our season, like just making too many mistakes and having just a lot of miscues. But hopefully this game we can do what we need to. I'm counting on all my teammates. I know we could do it. We just got to go.
How do you try and balance that emotional aspect of this game with not getting personal fouls, not going over the line? I know you're a pretty emotional guy yourself in terms of when you get on the field.
I just know how much it means to me, so I know that everything is bigger than me. So I understand for this game, it's going to have to take a lot of mental focus and having a clear mind and not trying to stay out of your head, and just trying to play a focused game, clean, no penalties, and just doing what we have to.
Because one of the guys who can come back next year, I guess. How have you seen this team evolve throughout the season?
I think this has been one of the best seasons for us as far as like being able to actually put up a challenge with people. You can just tell like the way how, like you said, like the close games. I know we struggled in the past. It's been a little rocky, and you can just see the effort we play with and the emotion now. It just means a lot more to a lot of us on the team. So we just got to do what we need to.